Hi, thank you for watching Digging to China. I'm Dong Xiong. Fed up with long work hours, thousands of Chinese employees have joined an online campaign called Worker Lives Matter, renewing a debate over mandatory overtime and revealing a sample of working hours at major Chinese companies, 6 Tones reported. In mid-October, a grassroots online database went viral on GitHub. The database asked the Chinese employees to report their actual working hours. The next day, it had over 5,000 respondents, including employees from major tech companies like Tencent, Alibaba, and ByteDance. The database includes information drawn from a survey, including the employee's job, start and finish times, lunch and dinner break, working days per week, and observations on other controversial issues, such as the number of employees over the age of 35. This is the age that the rumor says the employees are fired by tech companies. Please be noted the survey does not have any means of confirming the respondents' claims about where they work. You probably heard of 996, working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week, 996. GitHub was home to 2019's 996.icu campaign. It was created by anonymous developers in China. A manifesto attached to the latest campaign reads like this. The campaign is initiated by Chinese programmers to address the current situation where overtime work is prevalent and unregulated in companies, including tech firms. We workers need lives as well. It set off a debate over working conditions in big tech that saw leading CEOs publicly berated online. Public anger about overtime reached a peak in January when a 23-year-old employee at e-commerce platform Pinduoduo died suddenly on her way home at 1:30 a.m. Based on the 6 Tones analysis of the 10 major tech companies listed in the database, including Tencent, Alibaba, Huawei, ByteDance, and Baidu, each of which was represented by dozens of respondents. Most respondents claiming to be employees at these companies say they started day around 10 a.m. and finished at 9 p.m., with around 3 hours break for lunch and dinner total. Most of these staff report working 5 days weeks, with a minority reporting 6 days. Among them, Pinduoduo is reported to have the longest working hours, with respondents saying they work 6 days a week and do not leave until 10:30 p.m. Apart from the database, the project has also created at least 10 open group chats on QQ, a messaging app owned by Tencent. Tencent limits each group size to be 2,000. Zheng, a 25-year-old employee at TikTok parent company ByteDance, who filled out the survey and joined a QQ group, told 6 Tone he usually goes to office before 10:30 a.m. and leaves at 9 p.m. 5 days per week, though sometimes he has to work until 10 p.m. He said during the interview, "For me, 996 is not just physically tiring but also mentally. When we have tight deadlines, even going to the toilet is a rush. I'm really jealous of a friend who can have a dog and watch movies at night. I feel like my life is just surrounded by work." A Huawei employee surnamed Su, who also joined the campaign, told 6 Tone he has to work from 9:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. 3 days per week, finishing at 6 p.m. on the remaining 2 days. He said that overtime is bad for both employees and companies. Most of the time with 996, employees don't take the job seriously. Even the GitHub spreadsheet went viral. Tech workers in China doubt that grassroots pressure will bring about a change. The campaign is just a demand from low-level workers. Management will certainly not join the discussion. Even China's top court in August published a set of labor-related rulings to clarify legal standards of working hours and overtime wages. But without the government's law enforcement, it does not matter. However, Beijing might want to enforce the labor law, not because it is for the betterment for tech workers, but because Chinese leadership is now very much concerned that not enough babies are born in the country and the population is aging, with negative consequences on the economy. Besides abolishing one-child policy, the CCP is organizing scholarly conferences and asking researchers to look for the root causes of the demographic problem. One of these conferences was organized on September 22nd by the editorial board of the Women's Studies series of the All China Women's Federation Women's Research Institute. The theme was research on fertility and parenting in the context of low fertility. A speech that attracted attention by media and netizens was given by Zhang Diyang, a lecturer at the School of Public Administration of Nanjing University of Finance and Economics. The title of his speech was, "Does 996 Affect Childbirth? The Effect of Overtime Work on Fertility Intentions and Fertility Behavior." There was one problem with 996, Zhang told the conference. Those who work 12 hours per day and should spend another couple of hours to go to work and back have no time and no energy to make love. Zhang said that physically, men and women working 996 would still be capable of producing children, and perhaps they would even like to, but they just feel too tired to have sexual relationships. And things get even worse when, as it often happens, they are compelled to engage in 996 against their will and are not paid for it. Compared to with voluntary and paid overtime, involuntary and unpaid overtime had a more significant inhibitory effect on fertility behavior. Mr. Zhang believed that the only way to solve the problem is to fight the 996 culture and persuade the Chinese that the family and the children are no less important than work and a career. A very complex problem with a simple solution, huh? Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly.